Hello, my name is Pat Drewett. I've lived in Newport all my life. I was born here, brought up here, and I'm really interested in the Chartists. I'm a member of the Chartist group that organises various events to celebrate the Chartists in Newport, and I've been helping to do that for a number of years now. The history and heritage of Chartism is so unique to Newport that it can add huge strength to Newport's bid for City of Culture. There's no other town that can claim that heritage. I think it's important to celebrate that because the Chartists were struggling for freedom, for justice, and for the right to vote. I've got here a scroll which contains more than 200 Chartist names, and most of them say where those Chartists lived in Newport in 1839. Places like Llanarth Street, Friars Street, Stow Hill, Commercial Street, Alterine, many other places. And I think that by having these names available to people, for example, in Newport Library and Museum, people can come along, have a look and say, oh yes, well, that's my name. They would be interested to find that maybe they have the same name as a Chartist, maybe they're related to a Chartist. So the Chartists they wanted the charter, which was a scroll just like this one, and Chartists would come along, sign the scroll, and they would become Chartists in doing that. Because what did they want? What did the scroll ask for? It asked Parliament for 6 points, including the right to vote. And really, they wanted to change things. They wanted to change their social conditions and their working conditions by having the right to vote. So important for democracy in those days. And over the years, 5 of those 6 points have actually become law. What did the Chartists strive for? They strove for justice, which is so important today. They strove for liberty. They strove for equality. They wanted sustainability, as we do today, in a slightly different way, but they'd been taken off the land and into factories, and they wanted to get back to the land. And a lot of their songs and poetry reflected that. So many of the newspapers of the day reported things incorrectly, and one of the things that the Chartists did was to have their own newspapers to actually try to point their supporters towards truth. I think that this information does help to keep Chartism, an interest in Chartism, alive. It's not the only thing that keeps Chartism alive, because every year there's a Chartist convention, and there's going to be another Chartist convention in November this year, where there will be more information given about the Chartists. There's a Chartist march, wonderful Chartist march from Bellevue Park down Stow Hill with flaming torches, and that will be taking place in November this year. So what I've done is just to highlight one of the aspects of Chartism, and hopefully to add another flame, if you like, to the Chartist heritage here.